And the reason is because I had probably sovereign immunity, diplomatic immunity, and they didn't want to taint that. In 2001, October 10, 2001, Dennis Kucinich from Ohio presented to Congress the 2001 Space Preservation Act to protect Americans from being tortured by satellite weapons. And what happened to that bill? It got canked. It got canned. We're having too much fun killing Americans. We cannot pass that bill. From Dennis Kucinich from Ohio, the congressman from Ohio. Now you have Dr. Michael Hoffer at the University of Miami saying, hey, wait a minute. Americans are targeted. I just treated diplomats in Cuba. And I'm treating patients now as of 2019 at the Miami University Health System. We are being tracked and targeted and tortured. So, I mean, you have the FBI saying, well, wait a minute. This ain't happening. You have local police departments say this ain't happening. They lock you in a mental institution. They wrongfully diagnose you. Psychologists wrongfully diagnose you. But yet you have a goddamn doctor at the University of Miami who are treating targeted individuals by exotic weapons, by space weapons. Doesn't make any fucking sense, guys. It's fraud. It's fraud. You have a Congressman Space Preservation Act of 2001 that didn't get passed. Dr. Michael Hoffer, who's treating targeted individuals. You have PAX International. Now you have www.targetedjustice.com. You have www.stopthecrime.net. You have www.icaact.org. You have Karen Milton Stewart from the NSA. You have Kirk Wiebe and William Biney from the NSA. You have Dr. Robert Duncan from the CIA. You have Richard Lighthouse from NASA. What the fuck? You want to bury my ass for giving you the fucking facts and you're not investigating and not doing your goddamn job? What the fuck, man? You know, I can't express that more to my concern because we're being wrongfully diagnosed. We're being paid, bribed to keep a crime quiet. And this is why this case is in the U.S. Supreme Court. It's to stop all this garbage. Because they're illegally spying on you, they're eavesdropping and wiretapping, they're tracking you, they're torturing you, they're trying to implant you. Will he do it? That's why this COVID-19 has been called on. The conspiracy, man. COVID-19 virus, so they can attack you with the satellite weapon. You know, I want to give you some food for the thought. NORAD. Who is NORAD? Who's NORAD? Who's NORAD? NORAD is North American Aerospace Defense Command. NORAD. NASA. All in charge of watching who's up there. If you look at the satellites that are in the database, all of them have names. They have like names like Sputnik 1, Galileo 9, Galileo 6. They all have a -6. COVID-19 is exactly what it is. It's a fucking satellite. COVID-19. Used against to kill Americans. They don't want to face that fact. Joe Biden and Barack Obama are all part of the conspiracy. And they try to fucking cank me. So when the FBI is not doing their job, police officers not believing you, they're not believing you, where do you go next? You go to the president. And that's what happened with Barack Obama. Mr. President, the FBI won't investigate. Here's the evidence. Here's my letter. What's going on? Oh, no. Mr. President, this is going on. So what does he do? He called me, charged me for harassment, sent the Secret Service after me, you know, and they confined me in a mental institution. For what? For defending myself, defending my country, defending the people? When you have a congressman who tried to pass a bill in 2001, the Space Preservation Act, and you denied that bill to save Americans? When you got Dr. Michael Hoffer now, as of October 19th of last year, treating patients, targeted individuals? When you get the FBI calling people insane and they won't write reports to investigate? When you got local law enforcement calling people insane? Come on, man. Just the facts. Just the damn facts. Okay? So my case here is not about being selfish. It's not about being greedy. It's about the American people and myself because I'm being tracked, targeted, and tortured the same way they are. It's about writing new policy. We want law and order. For 25 goddamn years, I've been experimented on without my consent. And I'm asking this judge here, these judges, to compensate me the right way for being used by experimented devices tracked and tortured by satellite weapons for 25 goddamn years. I'm not asking for more than that. I'm asking for compensation, law and order for 25 years being used as a goddamn lab rat. Okay? Without my consent, without probable cause, without a goddamn court order. That's all I'm doing. Law and order. I don't know what to say. All I can say is, folks, is that, I've given you evidence. I've suffered some consequences. I've been locked in jail because of this. I'm trying to defend my country and my people from what's going on. And what's going on is they're using a scapegoat, COVID-19, to attack Americans. Bottom line. And if we can get these people in court, take a second, why don't you? Type in www.targetedjustice.com. Look at that website. Look at the doctors who know for a fact that we are being targeted, tracked by exotic weapons, by microwave weapons, to deplete our breathing, to suffocate us, to cause symptoms of COVID. Okay? But yet you have congressmen in the White House who are listening to this goddamn information of COVID outbreak, and they manipulate their stock markets, and they're not in jail right now. They're not in jail. You have federal officials who are not in jail for operating or planning to kill Americans with this virus. They're not in jail. Why aren't they in jail? Plot to kill Americans, that's treason. That's an act of war, guys. So I've given up on the constitutional judicial process, bottom line. All we can do is use our fighting words to present our arguments. That's all we can do. And we need a day in court. That's all we're asking. We're asking for a day in court to present the information, to present the evidence. Let's talk about it. Let's drag Michael Hoffer into court. Put him on a stand and say, hey, Dr. Michael Hoffer, please take the stand. Dr. Michael Hoffer, what is your title? Well, I'm an ENT, ears, nose, and throat doctor, and I'm a neurologist. And did you treat the Cuban American diplomats in Cuba? Well, yes, I did. And are they targeted individuals? Well, yes, they are. What are they being attacked with? Well, some kind of space weapon, exotic weapons. We need testimony. We need law. We need order. Let's put in Dennis Kucinich on the stand. Let's give a chance to put Dennis Kucinich, Congress from Ohio, put Dennis Kucinich on the stand. Mr. Kucinich, you wrote this bill, you wrote this Space Preservation Act of 2001, right? Explain to the judge and to the people of this courtroom what space weapons are and what's happening in this world, that you felt the need to pass this bill, to pass the Space Preservation Act of 2001. What gave you the power? What gave you the will to write this bill? What was so important? And you'll let him explain. That's what we need. Law. No, we need court time. We need due process of a law, and they're not giving it to us. Let's put Dr. John Hall on the stand. Let's put Dr. Robert Duncan on the stand. Let's put Karen Milton Stewart on the stand. Let's put Richard Lighthouse on the stand. Let's put Kirk Wiebe and William Biney on the stand. You see what I mean? They're avoiding the process, the procedure, giving the opportunity for Americans to present their arguments, the true facts, to the court of law. But meanwhile, you got federal judges who are hiding behind a conspiracy. And if you don't believe me, type in Hale, Hale versus the FCC. It was case number, I think this case is Hale, Hale versus the Federal Communications. It was this case was over in Oklahoma. It was at the this case is called Hale versus Federal Communications Commission. Case number 15-CV-218-JED-FHM. The plaintiff is Jana Marie Hale, the plaintiff versus the Federal Communication Commission, ETL defendants. Okay, I'm going to read exactly what her complaint is. The background. The complaint lists the defendants, the Federal Communication Commission, broadcasting satellite services and scatter frequency allocation investigative report. In sum, although the complaint is lengthy and difficult to decipher, plaintiff appears to allege that she has been a victim of electronic harassment in the form of satellite frequencies being received by and emitted from her body. Okay, the same thing I complained about. The same thing that's in the U.S. Supreme Court right now. The same thing that's in this U.S. Supreme Court case right here. Okay? The same thing I told the VA. The same thing I told the congressman. The same thing I told the senators. The same thing I told the judge. Same thing I told the police officers. I told the FBI. The same thing. Same thing. Happening in Oklahoma. Okay. Now, so you have federal judges now who are saying, no, these people are delusional. They're insane. Get them out of my courtroom. So if you call somebody insane, delusional, now they have the right to go file for what? To go see a psychiatrist and file for Social Security benefits, file for unemployment benefits, because the judges are calling people insane, delusional, frivolous. Is it fraud? You have federal judges now who won't sit and hear a case, who won't hear the arguments and the evidence of Dr. Michael Hoffer, Dr. John Hall, Dr. Robert Duncan, Kara Milton Stewart, Kirk William Biney, www.targetedjustice.com, PAX International, www.icaact.org. They won't sit there and see the evidence. Listen to the facts. They're just, boom, frivolous, dismissed. Come on, man. Is that what justice is about? So you have judges that are not hearing cases. You have the FBI who won't investigate. You have the police department who calling people insane and detaining them in mental institutions. You have congressmen who are being deprived, held back from investigating these crimes. I mean, what is it going to take, folks? What is it going to take? If you can't defend yourself from a satellite weapon, if you can't defend yourself from electronic harassment, what do you do? What do you do? I'm going to end right now because I'm just discussing it, and I hope to God that they give a verdict on this case. Okay, because we're just trying to get some just law and order. We're just trying to get some law and order, and we need to figure out why they're not investigating this, why judges aren't doing their job, and who's denying this. All this happened back in 1975. The Frank Church Committee. Look it up. Type it up. Frank Church Committee. Senator Frank Church went into the FBI, went into the NSA, went into the CIA, and investigated all these people that were illegally using Americans, spying on Americans. And it stopped. Now it's back again. And it's back with vengeance. We got damn Gwyn Towers popping up everywhere. Who are tracking our phones, tracking our computers. You know? We have a constitution for a reason, and we should use that constitution. And anytime our rights are violated, then we have the right to present an argument to court. And if it takes that every American in every state and every city go to a federal courtroom and file the same complaint I have, then so be. And if the judges want to deny the case, then so be. But there's consequences to face, such as impeachment. God bless you guys. I hope that I've given you information. I didn't want to be in this predicament, but they give me no choice. You know, I'm here broadcasting my privacy, my information to society, to Intercept for 25 years now, folks, illegally. You know, illegally. Why? Why did they use me? Why was I segregated? Why only me? Why? Thank you and God bless.